Here's tonight's 9 at 9. The search for a 6-year-old girl who disappeared Monday afternoon in South Carolina has come to a tragic end.
It is with extremely heavy hearts that we are announcing that we have found the body that the coroner has identified as Faye Marine Swett.
The case now being investigated as a homicide. No arrests have been made. The body of a man was also found during that search. The local man accused of killing his wife and hiding her body in court this morning for pretrial conferences between prosecutors, his lawyers, and the judge. Andre McDonald is facing murder and tampering with evidence charges in the January 2019 death of his wife Andreen. The objective of today's meeting was to establish a schedule for his trial.
Once that pretrial stuff is resolved, we're on to a trial. For now, it looks like early summer.
A 2-year-old nearly drowns at a hotel pool in Michigan. With more than a dozen other people around, a toddler struggles to stay afloat before he sinks to the bottom of the pool. About 4 minutes later, a young girl notices him.
Then we see one of our heroes, a 9-year-old child that has seen some of this, go over to her godmother.
The girl's godmother gets into the pool and pulls the boy up. Nurses who were at that same hotel for a convention jump into action and perform multiple rounds of CPR. The boy did end up going to a hospital but was released the same day. The boy's mother was at the pool at the time. We don't know yet if she'll face any charges. CIBOLO police investigating a messy attempted burglary at a CVS this morning. Police shared this video from the scene. It shows the driver of a truck backing into the CVS, smashing through the doors. Then you see 2 people run through those doors. They then wrap a chain around the store's ATM. When they realize it isn't long enough, they run out and drive off. A new study says the BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico was far bigger than originally estimated. The spill happened after an explosion and fire at the Deepwater Horizon oil rig in 2010, which dumped about 170 million gallons of oil into the Gulf. But according to a new study, some of that oil was invisible to the satellites that tracked the spill, and the spill itself was about 30% larger than originally estimated. BP has not publicly commented on this study. Meanwhile, BP has pledged to reach net zero emissions in the next 30 years. It's part of a plan by the company's new CEO to transform the legacy of the oil giant. Details limited, but the aim is to cut greenhouse gas emissions from its global operations and emissions from the oil and gas it produces by 2050. Scientists say they found evidence of a new population of humans that lived about 500,000 years ago in West Africa. Researchers say the ghost population of ancestors may have mated with ancestors of people living in what is today West Africa, and that could explain the genetic diversity within modern West African populations. Take a look at this amazing photo of 2 mice fighting over crumbs captured in a London subway tunnel. It took the photographer nearly a week to get this shot, but his patience paid off. It won him a prestigious wildlife photography award from London's Natural History Museum. Members of the inaugural class at LeBron James' I Promise School in Akron, Ohio got some amazing news this week. All 193 students learned they're receiving full scholarships to Kent State University. Kent State is guaranteeing free tuition for 4 years, as well as 1 year of free housing and meals. To stay eligible, the students must remain in good academic standing and perform volunteer work locally. To read more about these 9 stories, go to ksat.com.